Hi friends, welcome to my humble homestead. So in today's videos, I continue the 3 Rivers Pantry Challenge and show some meals that I have done. Since it's just me, there are a lot of the meals that I just eat as leftovers and things like that. So I am just going to show you the ones that I have made, and then I'll show you some pictures of some ones that I've done. You can see how easy it is to throw some meals together. Also, with the change of seasons and the weather up and down, we had 50 degrees one day, and then now there's a little bit of snow on the ground. We had like a week of great weather, and I literally had anticipated I was gonna take my greenhouse and I was gonna move it down and have it all set up in the grass, because I thought, well, that way when I do my seed starting and they're all ready, I can just move them out there. So I had all these plans. And I don't know if many of you have autoimmune issues or things like that. I tell you, I had a really rough week, a super rough weekend. And so I tell you, I just wanted to give you guys some encouragement. Life happens. Sometimes we have all these plans and there are things to do, but we have to listen to our bodies and just do what we can. I just want you to know that you're not alone. And when you have days like that, don't get super discouraged. What I did is I try to do things that I can do. I actually had to spend a couple days in bed. I got really depressed, to tell you the truth. I was super depressed because I was like, what is wrong? I literally kept saying out loud, Lord, what is wrong with me? Because I have been eating really healthy. I literally had a great stretch where I felt really good for a period of time. And then boom, it's like, whoa, I feel like I was run over by a truck. And I was like, what is wrong with me? I know that when the weather changes like this, when it's a seasonal change, it's just something that happens. I'm not going to get super discouraged. Yes, I did. So I thought, well, what? I started watching garden videos. I looked at last year at my winter sowing, because I had done winter sowing. I usually do that in January. And I wasn't going to do a winter sowing this year because I had such small results. But I found that I have some of these Jiffy pots left over, and I don't want to use these indoors because they can let off some like mold and things like that. So I have some of these, and then I have a big clear tub. What I'm going to do is I am going to do 1 tub full of winter sowing of the things that worked out last year. I had some cabbage, some onions, and some greens that worked. So I'm going to do that. And maybe if I have room, I'll try a couple flowers and things like that, because I had bought in like marigolds and things like that. And I'd like to start some of those from seeds because they help keep the rabbits and stuff away from the garden. Really just looking at my seeds. Here we go. I laid in bed and I just looked at them. I didn't do a lot because it's crazy that I really started looking at a little bit of them. I started going through them and getting out, just labeled a couple of them, and I got worn out. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to do any more than that. But this week when I have days off, that's my goal, because it is still February and that should give it some time to work. I just wanted to let you all know that it happens. Life just happens, and I understand if you have autoimmune issues, if you struggle and you're wondering what is going on. I know I've heard from some people at work that just really had a rough week last week too. Just know that this too shall pass. It's just a little bump in the road, but really take some time, listen to your body. I just wanted to share that with you. And now what I'm going to do is show you some meals that I have already done and prepared, and I'm going to put those in this video. And I've really been enjoying watching your guys' pantry challenge. It's been so fun and inspiring to learn new meals. With this pantry challenge, I've been able to clean and organize my freezer. I've worked on cleaning my pantry, and I've been getting through some things. I haven't done any baking, just it's been a little bump in the road, but I still have this month because I do want to work through some of my wheat berries and things like that. So hopefully we'll get to that. You know, even when I have these downtimes, I wish I could hire help all the time, but I can't. It's just me. So 1 step at a time. I just want to encourage you to take it where you're at, 1 day at a time, and listen to your body, and don't get down on yourself. If you have a down day, I had 2 really down days where I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was rough. I was like, what is going on? I tried to get in the word and read my Bible, and I'm like, I had migraines and I couldn't even do that. I listened to a book on Audible, and that was really nice. So sometimes just take a moment and do what you need to do. I hope that helps you guys. Here is some meals. Hi friends, so I'm going to continue with the 3 Rivers Challenge, and I am going to put together this Amish breakfast casserole. Now, I have made it before. It was a big hit. I've been prepping the stuff here, and I've doubled it. So I'm gonna do 2 servings because I did have some breakfast sausage and some bacon here and some onions that I've already pre-prepped. I shredded up 8 cups of potatoes with my KitchenAid. You can use organic or hash browns, however you want. And this is a dozen eggs and some cottage cheese in here. I will link the recipe that I've based this off before. It also calls for some bell pepper, but I don't have that. I'm using up what I have in the kitchen. So just mix this up. I'm also going to get some salt and pepper into the eggs. I'm not going to do too much salt because of the meat has some salt in it. But I will pepper. I like my eggs nice and peppery. I'm going to do also is I'm going to mix this all up in a large bowl. And then I'm going to divide it into 2 pans. Put my potatoes in here. And I'm going to put my meat and veggies in here. And this is such a nice brunch meal because it's nice and filling. I am going to make 2 pans of this. One I'm going to keep out for the week. I don't know that I'll even eat all of it. I might portion it up, portion the other one, and freeze some of the portions. The other one I'm going to freeze the pan for another time. So I'm just mixing up the sausage. Then to that, I'm going to add some cheeses. 2 cups of shredded cheddar, so I'm going to double that and make it 4. These are cheeses and things I have left over for when my granddaughter's here I'm using up. So to that I'm going to add 4 cups of cheddar cheese. Kind of mix this in here. Add some of the eggs in to mix and the cottage cheese here. And then I'm going to add 1 1/4 cup, so 2 1/2 cups of Swiss. I'm using Swiss and Gruyere cheese. I know Becky from Acre Homes, that's where I originally got the recipe. She said that Gruyere has a really good flavor. So since I found both comboed, I'm going to actually add that to it. This is definitely not dairy friendly. If you want it to be keto friendly, you just leave the potatoes off. Exactly, 2 1/2 cups. Perfect. Add the rest of the egg in there. You know, I might actually add a little bit of my green powder in here. I think I'm going to. Since I don't have the peppers, I just add the green powder, which is my dehydrated vegetables, and that will give us the extra vegetables in there. Then this will have everything in it that it needs. So I'm just gonna mix this all up, and then I'm gonna put it in 2 baking dishes that I have greased here, and then I'm going to bake it for 40 minutes till everything's done. 35 to 40 minutes till it's set and bubbly, and then I'm going to let it stand for 10 minutes before I cut into it. So like I said, I'm going to let one completely cool and then stick it into the freezer, and the other one I'm going to portion up for the week, and if it's too much I will just freeze the other portions. So this is super easy brunch that will be done, and then I have more meals here in my freezer. After I get these baked, everybody, I will show you what they look like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you after a bit. So just gonna do some meals for the week. I have some vegetables underneath, some pork chops and some steaks. The vegetables I have are some tomatoes, onions, some portobello mushrooms, some yellow zucchini. I think that's it, what I have in there, just to have some vegetables and some meat baked up here. I'm gonna put them in my oven and let them cook up, and this will be meals for the next week, or if I put some in the freezer, we will see. This morning for breakfast, I made a smoothie with the yogurt from my refrigerator that I had made. I wanted to get that used up, and some frozen fruit out of my freezer. Working on that gut health. I'm going to get some bone broth going this week. That's my goal. And I'm going to enjoy this cup of coffee and my smoothie for breakfast. And then I have some extra smoothie for the rest of the week. So continuing with a pantry challenge, cleaning out the freezer. Bon appetit. Hi, welcome friends. So I just wanted to show you, as we're still doing this pantry challenge, what I've done with my leftover roast that we made. I'll link that video below where I made this roast in my slow cooker. So I had a couple meals out of it, and then with the leftovers, I made 3 lunches here, and I'm gonna put those in the freezer to have for lunches. And then I have some meat still on the bone. I still have some potatoes, carrots, celery, and onions in there. But to that, I'm just gonna add, because I took quite a bit of the carrots out, I'm gonna add some dehydrated carrot. I'll add a little bit of my dehydrated minced onion, just for a little extra flavor. Added some salt and pepper. I'm gonna add some extra garlic. And that's about how much juice I have in I'm gonna see how it is. I kind of wanted the bone to gel, get some, good gel in there from the bones. If I need a little more, I can put another can of broth in there. But other than that, I'm just going to put this on low and let it go until dinner time. So that's what I did with the roast. I'll show you it when it's done. Thanks so much, guys. Be blessed.